Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
Podcast.
We're doing one.
Yeah, and we're doing a podcast giveaway today, Eric, right? Is that correct? This is for what? Patrons that are on Discord.
Yes, which is a narrow group, but...
Yeah, we would do... Well, the thing is that if you do a giveaway on patreon.com/retroam or patreon.com/whatever, they'll take your post down for raffling shit.
Yeah, I'm sure that's like some tax.
I know this because... remember in our terranigma.com podcast where Ark played the lottery or something?
Yeah.
Maybe. When we wrote that in the episode description, they flagged it.
Nice.
So I had to change it. But we are doing this on Discord now. So Eric, tell the people what we're doing here.
Well, I'm getting rid of, let's say, 70% of my personal video game collection, just parting with stuff that I don't actually care about and collected it just to collect it or because it was a good price or some other fucked up reason I justified in my 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And there's some games I have that are worth a little, but not worth a lot. And one of those games is Shin Megami Tensei Soul Hackers.
Oh, cool.
Soul Hackers for the Sega Saturn. It's a Japanese copy. Double jewel case with slipcover.
Ooh, slipcover.
And Shin Megami Tensei trading card locked inside. I had no idea if that was original.
Okay.
And I decided to give that away in our Discord to anyone who sniffed the post where I said, hey, sniff this post.
Yeah.
Which is where you react with the picture of sniff.
Yeah.
And we will mail this to you if you live in the 48 United States. Sorry to our significant number of other country and international listeners.
We have a lot of Canadian, European. I know we have at least one listener from Alaska, so sorry to that person.
Australians.
So, yeah, we have quite an international audience. So sorry.
So I've got a random number generator here. 40 people snuffed that post. So I'm going to push this button, get a number, and Chris is going to count down from the top to see which person wins this copy of Soul Hackers. I'm hitting generate. Chris, it is number 16.
16.
16.
I skipped my name because I accidentally clicked it.
False 16.
16. The winner is Wayne.
Wayne won?
Yeah, Wayne won.
Awesome.
Wayne's a regular on the Discourse. This was not rigged just because Wayne's a regular and we like Wayne, but Wayne, congratulations.
That's awesome.
Send me your address, or send Eric your address.
Yes, please DM me a mail. It doesn't have to be your address, but DM me a mailing address where you can pick this up, and I will put it out with my mail tomorrow because I've been at the post office every day for 2 weeks. They know me now. It's cool.
Yeah.
Chris, do you want to hear some hot sounds that I record?
Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic JRPGs, chapter by chapter, beef by beef. This is Suikoden 2, Season 4, Part 2. My name is Chris, and I'm joined today by Eric. Hello, Eric.
Beef by beef, you did it. Thank you.
We did it again. I think that might be the second time I've done it.
Yeah.
But that other one might have been on our Patreon
Bonus
episode.
pod, yeah.
You'll probably have to go to patreon.com/retroam to find that. I don't know what episode it is, but it doesn't matter. We're also joined by the Real Netted collective of patrons who are listening to us and watching us on YouTube. Record live. You too can do this at patreon.com/retroam. We're out of SpeakPipe messages, Eric. So this episode was brought to you by Shin Megami Tensei Soul Hackers for the Sega Saturn.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Thanks, Atlas.
Yeah.
We are also joined by the FakeNet, our post-production AI companion, and the only one who understands that Casey Jones is the best character in TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
Initializing FakeNet.
In my life, there is a considerable absence of powerful men who can beat the shit out of anyone. Casey Jones has enough testosterone for the three of us.
Oh, is he really?
Just sick fucking elbow.
Does he have a sick elbow? Is it the flying elbow?
I think so, but I played that game solo primarily, and as a solo player, Casey Jones wrecks the most shit.
Oh.
So in my opinion, it's the optimal way to play through the game by yourself.
I haven't played with him yet.
References.
I thought you were going to say he's the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles character. And I think that depends on which iteration he is.
I've watched, let's say, approximately half the original cartoon and nothing else and the 3 movies. So I don't, the rich lore of TMNT, where the hero turtles to our European friends, is not locked inside my mind.
In the comic book, his dad beats the shit out of him a lot.
Okay.
And then he beats the shit out of his dad later. So it works out.
Great. So, fight your father.
Yes, that's the lesson.
Every man's dream.
Yeah. Speaking of fighting our father, we don't know who our father is because we're Rio, not Tyr McDowell. That was the last game.
You know who our adopted father is. It's good enough.
That's true. He's
Same
dead.
thing as a real father.
We can't fight him, but we can fight our friend Jowy, who's now...
Probably fight ghosts in this game. Never say never.
It's true. There are some undead things coming up. But a paradigm shift has occurred in Suikoden 2. Jowy has left the party and has assassinated Annabelle mayor of Muse, and turned back towards the Highland side. I think we think Jowy's gamble is to end the fighting as quickly as possible, right? And now that the Jowy secrets are gone, I think we can do Jowy's profile.
Okay.
Because I was avoiding doing Jowy's profile up until now because I didn't want to tell you that Jowy's not a Star of Destiny. Yeah. He's just a guy. So there's not a lot of information that we have to share with him because there's none of that other bullshit. So I'm going to give you some facts.
I mean, I didn't know if you'd come back at some point. I have no idea.
Well,
let's non-racially profile him, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. He's 17 years old and his weapon is the Star Staff, the Heaven Staff, and the Heavenly Star Staff. The end. Thanks.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm glad you didn't hand me the card to go through the rest of his shit, but he's not a Star of Destiny, so
Also, I lost the card, but I have a new way of doing it, so it's fine. Anyway, also where we left off, we were trying to get a boat so we can get the fuck out of here, right?
That's right. We left the tavern after talking to our circus friends.
Yes, our circus friends, our street performing friends are hanging out at the bar while we go try to figure out where we can catch a boat out of this town because Luca Blight has shut down all the ports.
There's no direction, so I have to look up where to go next, and the answer is down by the docks and to the east.
The alleyway or whatever you have to go through is not obvious.
Right.
Because you couldn't...
I think it was blocked off the first time we explored here. I'm not entirely sure about that.
It's not actually blocked off because I did go here and no events occurred.
Okay.
And the door was locked.
It leads to a wooded area and a thatched roof shack. The worst character in Suikoden 1 pops out the front door of this shack. Chris, who is it?
Suddenly, it's fucking Sheena, who runs out of the shack.
Chris, who is Sheena?
He walks right past the salt-filled jars, by the way. Sheena is LaPonte's son, Sheena LaPonte. Is LaPonte's last name or first name?
Probably both. I mean, it's a Mario thing.
Okay. Anyway, I think Sheena's only role in Suikoden 1 was just being recruited.
Entitled shithead.
Yes. And he was going around the world being a man of leisure.
Right. Trying to mac the ladies.
But this time he's not trying to mac the ladies. He's saying a familiar name. He's calling out for somebody. He's calling out for fucking Tai-Ho.
That's right.
Who we also know and love.
Also, Sheena has a pixie cut now, which I'm kind of into.
Pixie cut? What's a pixie cut?
Short haircut, spiky.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I can picture it now. Okay, got it.
Such as on Pixie in Shin Megami Tensei. Says, come on, sure. Tai-Ho, we're old pals. Why won't you take your boat out for us? What do you mean, anyway the wind blows, the dice rolls? How do I get across the lake? Sheena then fucks off forever, and Nanami notes that Sheena was talking about crossing the lake.
Interesting. I don't think that any way the wind blows, the dice rolls, that I don't think Tai-Ho actually uttered that line in the first game, but it feels like it fits him very well.
He was a gambler. He was the Kenny Rogers of his day.
Yeah, and Yamku never knew when he was going to go fuck off and do stuff.
I walk in that shack and see two fine gentlemen seated at a wooden table.
Yes.
A table sporting, of course, a few empty glass bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, it's Tai-Ho in the blue, berobed.
Fucking Yamku!
Yamku's here too.
Yeah.
Are they real bros or just bros?
We never quite figured that out. I'm going with real bros.
Okay.
But we never, I don't think it's ever explicitly said.
Tai-Ho hears the noise and thinks it's Sheena coming back in, then yells he's not going to do it. Quote, give up and go home. Yamku, whose hair is fully over both of his eyes and sports a frowny face now, looks over at our party and tells Big Brother that he has another customer.
Yeah.
Tai-Ho stares at us and asks who we are. Chris Nanami takes this one, no selling that and just saying we want to go to the south window.
Yeah.
Tai-Ho replies, not again. Sorry, but I don't feel like it. Go on home. We get a choice, Chris, a very compelling choice.
Yeah.
But I've got to cross the lake, or I understand.
I don't understand this shit. I've got to cross that lake.
That's what I need to do as well, so that's the one I pick.
I've got to climb that hill, cross that lake, all that stuff. Tai-Ho calls Ryo over. He looks deep into his eyes and sees that those eyes are special boy eyes, special boy of destiny eyes. You think Tai-Ho's getting that feeling from it? Like he's looking into Ryo's eyes and getting the same feeling he had about Tyr McDowell?
I think Tai-Ho is doing that. I think Yamku is observing Tai-Ho to like absorb his feelings from him, like an empath or something. We
have not really been deemed the special boy of destiny yet. Like I don't even know if we've shared the fact that we've got this fucking rune. This makes my question become, is Tai-Ho the first person in Suikoden 2 to recognize Ryo as the special boy of destiny?
I mean, the first person, Leknod kind of S-botted both of us.
She's not a person. I mean, she's a person, but she's part of the machinations of this world, not part of the world.
Just saying, a man alone in a forest with a wolf doesn't choose to follow a child around for no reason, Chris.
That's true. And
that was before I was branded with a rune.
That is true. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, weren't we recruiting on behalf of Viktor, though?
Yeah, kind of.
Maybe.
Filling up the Merc fort because of all the dead bodies that are stacked at the fort right now.
Yeah. He says, you're pretty determined. He says we're going to roll the dice for it.
God damn it.
Now we're going to play the dice game. Tai-Ho asks if we know how to play chinchirorin.
Was it always called that?
Chinchirorin? Chinchirorin. I don't think it had a name in the last game.
I don't think they
I remember it being
anything.
called this and being surprised in the Suikoden 1 that it didn't have a name.
Theme of Temptation Asian dub mix is playing.
Thankfully. I asked him to explain the rules despite the fact that I am already a master of chinchirorin.
Chinchilla.
This game.
FakeNet, how do you say this game's name?
Initializing FakeNet.
Suikoden 2. Haha, just kidding. You should be more specific. Chinchirorin.
Oh.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Maybe I'll remember. All the rules are basically the same except for one small piece of terminology
Oh,
has
yeah?
changed. Yeah.
What do you think?
When the dice roll out of the cup, you know what it's called, Eric? It's called a piss.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
A piss?
It's called a piss.
Piss.
It's called a piss.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't have him explain the rules because you already know the rules, right?
Well, I know the rules are to press X until the number is good, and if not, hit the reset button. If you're talking about the rules.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it in the first game, but it's definitely in this game. If the dice go out, then the Taiho will say, "Hey, it's a piss."
Okay.
So don't get a piss, Eric.
No.
You can get a piss boy, but not a piss.
I'll keep my own piss and put it where I want. Thanks, Chris.
Okay. These dice have some nice animation, by the way. They're really nice looking. This is a whole scene that is.
So what happened with your game? Did you win?
I got a double on my second try.
Was that good? I don't know the rules. I just push the button until I win.
Double. Yeah, I think it's getting to 4, 5, 6, maybe. Who knows?
Okay.
But I got it. But also, please note, if you do lose this game, you know what you get?
What?
A boing. A boing.
Thank you. I know that because a Taiho rolled first and rolled triples and immediately took 6,000 pots from me, then laughs in my face. Haha, the only luck you've got is bad luck, son. I reset my game.
Oh, boing.
I reload and get stomped again. I reload again. I reload again. Then I beat his ass.
Good job.
Says, damn, I lost. Hey, what a surprise. You're pretty lucky. Then Yamku has something to say.
Yeah.
Big brother, no, you're not thinking of taking your boat out, are you? Those Highland soldiers mean business. Taiho remains resolute. Yamku, get the boat ready. The dice never lie. We're taking him across the lake. You don't mess with fate, you know.
No.
Chris, is that true?
What, not messing with fate?
Yeah. Or dice lying. Dice seem built to lie to me.
Dice seem built to lie. I've got to unpack that for a second. Why do you say that?
Because I would like to win, and they frequently make me lose.
Yeah, but if it's fate, then I think Taiho is just trying to avoid.
I literally reset fate.
I think Taiho's trying to avoid making decisions for himself.
Okay, so just let the dice do it.
The wind blows. Like he's not very good at understanding which way the wind is blowing. He can't test the winds very well, even though he's a boatman. So he's got to do it with the dice.
It's the two-faced disease where he flips the coin until he gets the result that he wants.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. But I think him recognizing the fact that Rio is a special boy of destiny is the only reason he let us even roll the dice, though. So I think he does hold something in his hands here.
Nanami can't believe this worked. She whispers in Rio's ear that we should take our circus friends too. It'll be safer for all of us. Those two are kind of, I don't know, unsavory. Chris, they mistrust Yamku and Taiho the gamblers.
Yes.
I mean, think about it. If you walk into a boat thing and they say hell no, then you roll dice and he's like, yes, absolutely.
That seems like an unsavory characteristic.
Yeah. Who do you trust less, the circus carnies or the dicemen?
In a vacuum,
yeah,
I trust
the gambling addict or the traveling performers that throw knives at noggins.
I trust Taiho the least here if I don't, and not using my Suikoden 1 knowledge.
Okay.
Because I've traveled with the circus performers, and also Bulgan, he's a swell guy.
I mean, for now,
Okay.
Taiho heard us. What did you say, girl? Nanami gets flustered and then says he'd be doing us a favor. She asks him to wait a little bit so we can go get our friends, the circus performers. Yamko tells us to hurry up. He doesn't want the Highland Army finding out about this shit. Did you do anything else before you ran back to the tavern?
No, that's it. I ran back to the tavern, and Ellie, I think we're pronouncing her name wrong, by the way, and I have the correct pronunciation.
I do too. Fake Net, what's the correct pronunciation?
I'll have it in my notes later, but Fake Net, you can do it now. I wanted to give Tokame credit, though. Fake Net, what did Tokame tell us that the correct pronunciation is?
Initializing FakeNet.
I have no idea. It's in your notes and not mine. But I say it like, Ailey.
Ellie.
Initializing FakeNet.
A future past direct message has informed me it is Ailey.
Whatever her name is, we're going to call her Ellie till I get to the part in my notes that tells us how to pronounce it. Ellie greets us and asks us if we've thought of anything clever yet, which is an interesting way of asking somebody, have you figured this shit out yet? And then, of course, we have to do another listen to my story. This may be your last chance. And then we fade in and fade out and give them the information.
Great going, Rio. Win a gamble, get a boat.
Yeah. That's what she says. Rina wonders if they're going to be pirates. Everyone resolves to be traveling mates once again, however.
I hope there's pirates.
Yeah, we haven't met any pirates yet. Like, you'd think that we're going to come across them at some point. Now, Eric, we've got a boatman. It's Taiho. We're going to take our pals back to meet Taiho and get up on this boat. And
not before all three of them join and I go sharpen their weapons up to level 5 while I'm here.
Oh, congratulations.
Chris,
yeah, we do have to do that.
Do you ever think about, like, sharpening your weapons here versus some other town? Do you like to keep the money in the town that you're currently in, or did you go to like a specific town that you want to spend your money in?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be based on if I like the background music or not.
Okay.
So
travel for that eternal flow.
Yeah, indeed.
So you go back to Taiho's?
Yeah, he's very impressed with how many friends we have.
That reads like, small boat.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I didn't know you guys were cool. Weird. Rina says that she is grateful to Taiho for letting us aboard, quote, your fine ship.
Have we seen the ship yet?
No. But, no. Not at all. Taiho replies, huh? Oh, leave it to me, Missy. Everyone get on board. I don't like Missy as a word.
Is Missy parentheses derogatory? Like, what are we?
I don't know. I don't like the word per se, but it is a word that Taiho would use, I think. You know what I mean?
Gender gambler type word.
Yeah. Yamku tells us all that Taiho has a weakness for beautiful women.
So the Missy was a hit on type thing.
Yes, I guess so.
Yamku gave his bro up once again.
We all march to the boat. I noticed one thing about the boat, Eric.
The roof has textures for actual roof tails?
Also, it's to scale. Remember how like the boats seemed tiny in the first game?
Oh, okay.
You
So
know
it looks
what I mean?
like we can all actually board this thing.
Yeah, for the most part. And it slowly sails off the screen as Sheena comes bopping through here once again saying, damn!
There you go.
Next time!
Yep, that's it.
Damn! Next time!
Did you see what Sheena did next?
Damn! Next time!
Didn't do that.
He then notices something and runs to the boxes and then turns towards the sea.
He said, what's that? So like, I was hoping that'd be the last we'd see of Sheena in this game, but I think he just foreshadowed some unknown variable that we're going to figure out later.
Yeah. Then we do some sailing across the world map, right?
Yeah, it auto sails down the lake. No resistance, no pirates, no cops.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You'd think that we'd have one little minor hiccup here trying to get out of the port here, but Taiho, he's got it going on.
I was sad there was no sailing music. Because last time there was.
Oh, there was?
There wasn't.
There wasn't. Last time there wasn't?
Last time there was.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we don't get that music until we can actually control the boat. I could be wrong. I don't know. Then we arrive in Kuskus?
Kuskus.
Kuskus? I like Kuskus better because I like couscous. You like couscous?
I think the fake net said, yes, I had couscous last night.
Good. Anyway, there's new music here, Eric. What do you got? I got beautiful dancer.
That's what I got.
Oh, okay. Cal L during the stream calls this the theme of shit because this is a very obnoxious theme.
I still think Let's Climb That Hill, to me, with its cantankerous symphony is miserable.
Yeah. We step off the boat and Taiho says, see, I fulfilled my promise. Rina thanks him very much. Ellie says that we should head for South Window. South Window is, and then Yamku says, it's south of here. Was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, I can't tell that's a bit. That's my note, is I have no idea if someone's playing dumb here or if Rina's trying to like pump more information out of these guys or what.
Palika and Bolgan start dancing. Bolgan is chanting south. And by the way, I think we pointed this out, but I do really love the Palika and Bolgan friendship.
Yes.
It is the most wholesome thing in this game thus far.
It's a very Krang in Walking Body type thing.
Yeah.
Nanami says, okay, everybody. Then Rina slowly walks toward Rio. She says, okay, Rio. Then she slowly walks even closer to him. Nanami turns her back and says, oh! Yamku and Taiho exit stage left. I party up. What the hell was that?
I think there's a lot of like direct translation things going on there and little localization, and we're just losing something. I don't know. It was weird.
Like, is there like a romantic subplot here happening to player character from Rina?
Or Ellie. Ellie's the one that seems to be obsessed with Rio.
Well, but is Rina like fucking with Ellie? Because Rina walked toward Rio. She says, okay, Rio, then slowly walks even closer to him.
Oh, okay. I think she's trying to make her sister jealous.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Okay,
like some kind of weird love triangle dynamic shit.
That little subplot is like present in this game, but it's not very well presented. And I think most of that has to do with the localization.
Okay.
It's tough to figure out. There are some like body language stuff that happen later that kind of sells it a little bit more.
So Yamku and Taiho exited stage left. Did you go left immediately and follow them to see where they went?
No.
It's just an empty dock. The dock immediately ends. Did they matcha their way home to avoid detection?
Maybe so. I think they did. Matcha as a verb. Now we got to explore Kuskus.
I went and talked to some NPCs. What'd you do?
Yeah, I noticed that Kuskus has pretty much the same tile set as Coronet, the last town that we were in.
Yeah, I'm a little upset about these port towns copying each other from across the sea.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
weird.
like a Gondwana land situation where the continents separated.
This town is separated into like multiple screens, so I have this screen by screen. Is that how you have it too?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let me do. Should I start or should you
start?
Okay. I talked to some folks in the first screen, Eric. There's a guy. He's got like a scroll on the table, like he's the foreman or something.
Yes, each port town has one of these.
He
dudes.
says he's in charge of the cargo. I don't even know why I wrote that down, but he is. There's also a guy here in the cargo area wearing brown overalls, and he mentions that there's a monster in North Window.
Which is northwest of here.
Yes, which is confusing. Quote, some drunken old fool was probably just seeing things. And there's another guy here who basically says the same thing. So we're getting word of a monster in North Window. If there's NPCs talking about a monster, it's probably true, right?
It's probably true.
Yeah. There's some stuff here, too. I got some stuff.
What kind of stuff?
A crate filled with apples. Smells good, it says on the description. And a crate filled with daikon, which I think is a radish. Radish, yeah. Okay. And then I went to the next... You have anything on the screen?
Don't know. Just have a big list of NPC quotes, Chris.
Oh, okay. Well, I went to the next screen over and sniffed some barrels filled with oil and salt and stuff.
Oh, I love sniffing barrels.
Yeah. And talked to some more folks. Who did you talk to?
Talked to a guy near him who has his own theories. It says those Muse folks are too buddy-buddy with Highland. They betrayed us. That's why the things are like they are. Yeah. There's a lot of skepticism about Muse and their government once we've come south here. Like they almost expected it to fall to Highland.
Yeah. There's a guy fishing on the pier who just gives us dots.
Yes, I think that's like fisherman, don't fuck with me kid type thing.
Offer me a minigame.
I don't know, man.
I don't want a fishing minigame.
I don't want a fishing minigame either. There's already, like, those mostly suck today. Like, they haven't evolved since Big the Cat and Sonic Adventure tried to find Froggy.
What is the oldest, best fishing minigame?
Black Bass for Nintendo, but that was a full game.
I was going to say Link's Awakening. Has a pretty good fishing minigame.
I don't remember it. I played that game fewer than 2 years ago, and is it not just watch your bobber go under and mash buttons? Isn't that like 98% of them?
You see it from like a profile, a side view, and you can see your thing go into the water, and you got to kind of steer it a little bit.
And Chris, again, has not been fishing in real life before ever, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Never caught a fish in my life, so I know all about it. What else we got going on here?
Some burly, mulleted guy is walking around the west side of the second screen. He just says, Tai-Ho and his brother, Yam-Ku. I hope they come back someday.
He really likes Yam-Ku and Tai-Ho. Yeah, you know what? After I finished Suikoden 1, I said the same thing.
Dude, one time covering CES in Vegas, me and our buddy Steve hung out with this guy named Tim. And we're not even sure he was fucking real. But we talk about how awesome that guy is frequently. Just hang out with the guy for one night. I'll never see him again. Damn, that guy was awesome. That's the impression that Yam-Ku and Tai-Ho leave on people.
Yeah, it's kind of like Mr. Bicep a little bit.
I've seen Mr. Bicep several times. Like, he actually knew my name. So I'd like... Mr. Bicep to me is a Big Joe type character as opposed to...
yeah, Mr. Bicep is definitely a Big Joe character.
Absolutely a Big Joe type character.
If you don't know what we're talking about, just Google Mr. Bicep.
Just Google Mr. Bicep. A man on the third screen says, Shu from Radat is a famous trader, but I heard a rumor that he was once a strategist in the Scarlet Moon Empire.
Oh, we've heard of that. Yeah. So maybe he worked for Matthew one day.
Bottom left, fourth screen, a man says scoundrels have been showing up who only attack women.
Oh, okay.
It's a misogynist gang.
Well, is that a hint that we have to come here with women in our party to get attacked later?
I didn't pick up that hint, but yes, that's what that is.
Okay.
I had to look it up later on the internet.
Oh, great. I haven't got that far yet, so I didn't know. There's some more stuff here I found. You want to hear some more stuff?
Tell me about all the stuff you found, man. Grain, bags of flour, bucket of crickets. What you got?
These are all better. Bonsai with pretty branches, tub filled with miso, and sake.
Okay, I'm curious about the preservation methods for some of these fruit items, especially. Like the barrel full of apples. How long is that going to last?
How long do apples last unrefrigerated? Actually, you shouldn't refrigerate your apples.
Well, yeah, but they got to freeze them when they ship them in from Argentina or whatever, so...
Well, where are the apples being grown here in the city-states of Joustin?
That's a good point. I don't think they've really hybridized into Honey Crisp and Cosmic Crisp and all the good stuff yet. They probably have just shit-ass Red Delicious or whatever here.
Somebody eat these fucking apples.
Eat these goddamn apples.
Apple.
Gala and Jonah Gold.
Hey, your name's Apple. Eat this apple.
Apple, eat the apple. While using an Apple computer.
You want to go in a house, or what do you want to do next?
Apple record. Yeah, this is where I started visiting different stores and houses.
Yeah, there's a house here that's very long. It seems like it's built over the river. Like the house is a bridge. That doesn't seem safe, but okay. Grandma's here. She welcomes me. There's a lady in here who says that her husband isn't here and he hardly comes back at all.
Hell yeah.
There's also some a kid in here who hates studying and a young girl who says, I am cute.
That's nice.
Yeah. You can go out in the balcony. It overlooks the river. And this boy says he's the oldest boy of the family, so he doesn't have to work. That doesn't make any sense.
No, the oldest boy always works.
Yeah, the oldest boy is supposed to do all the work. I don't know.
He does the backbreaking labor while the middle and third childs get to run and have fun and fancy free.
It's a ruse. There's some stuff in here too, Eric.
His parents fucking suck. What, Chris?
Shelf filled with ornaments, expensive bonsai, a scroll on the wall that says early to bed, early to rise. It does not complete the thought. It just says early to bed, early to rise. It doesn't say it makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. It just says early to bed, early to rise.
I've never heard that second part. I've always heard early to bed, early to early. I've never heard healthy and... Did you just
healthy,
make that up?
Wealthy, and wise.
Dude, I go to bed very early and I'm none of those things.
I think it's like a Ben Franklin thing. Didn't he write an like a bullshit thing, almanac thing?
Did Ben Franklin write a bullshit almanac while he invented electricity? I don't know, Chris.
Should we ask the fake net?
Yeah, what did Ben... Yes, I don't even know what the question is. Let's ask the fake net what Ben Franklin did when he flew a key on a kite or whatever.
No.
Did he get a $100 bill fucking...
Did Ben Franklin write a bullshit almanac? Fake net.
Initializing fake net.
Yes. In December of 1732, Benjamin Franklin first published Poor Richard's Almanac. The book, filled with proverbs preaching industry and prudence, was published continuously for 25 years and became one of the most popular publications in colonial America, selling an average of 10,000 copies a year.
I think James Madison started a tabloid to trash his political enemies. That's like the coolest thing most of the founding fathers did.
Are you sure that was... Well, anyway, yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. Anyway, also, I found recipe number 9 on a bookshelf, so
yes,
thanks.
I found that as well. And this shit is just taking up space in my precious, precious inventory.
Yeah. Also on the table, there's something called a hot fry.
I've had those. They're delicious.
Yeah.
Flamin' hot fries.
Cool. That's all I've got in this long house.
The next NPC house I went to is just in the middle of town.
Yeah, sure.
A man in here wonders what he's going to do now that he can't send the goods Lord Shu ordered. The lady in here says that the trading ships haven't done much work for them. So, Chris, all trading is halted. This place will soon suffer economic disparity.
Yeah.
Depravity. Disparity is not the right word. Wonder what word I was thinking of when I wrote that. Oh, well.
Who knows?
Blacksmith?
Yeah, blacksmith. I went there and upgraded my weapons.
The trainee here can get our shit up to 6. Over in our past town we were just in, its name I forgot, it was just 5.
Oh, okay. Well, we're moving up in the world. There's some stuff in here, Eric.
Yeah?
A spear on the wall, lots of firewood, and a bucket that just says totally filled with water.
Also, blood. There's blood in there. It's chum.
Also, if you inspect the forge, it says, brightly burning fire. Your face gets flush.
I do enjoy that sensation when you approach like a bonfire or something and you're not prepared for like the raw heat on your human skin.
Oh, yeah, it feels great. You know, you ever been to like anywhere where there's like a lot of pyrotechnics?
Yeah,
and like in
you
the
can
crowd,
feel
you
the
can feel
flame.
the heat. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, wow, why is it safe for me to be this close to this?
Why am I so hot when Kane and X-Pac are coming out? Anyway, the inn. You want to go to the inn?
Yeah, let's go to the inn.
Okay.
Fucking X-Pac reference in this goddamn podcast.
It looks like a church on the inside. People are like sitting in chairs.
Yeah, there's 9 chairs in here, all set up to watch a stage with no one on it.
Yeah. I thought that like the only the only explanation for this is that they're waiting for a priest to come preach to them because they just look like church chairs.
It's a revivalist church.
.com. But they're actually waiting for someone named Karen, which is a word that plays differently in the year 2022. But in this day and age, just a name.
Fake net, hit me with 6 Goodfellas Karens.
Initializing fake net.
Karen.
Oh, that's what I needed. Someone sitting here says a woman named Karen dances here. A real knockout, she is.
Yeah.
Everyone loves her.
Yeah, are these recruitment foreshadowings?
I think so. I mean, they don't usually name characters for no reason. The other guy here is one of Karen's biggest fans, and he wonders if she'll be back soon. Also, there was an old man I forgot to mention on a bridge back by the fishermen who asked if we were Old Man Jimo's boy.
Oh, yeah, I've got him later.
Like, is that going to be somebody, Old Man Jimo?
I don't know. I feel like old Man Jimo is just something somebody made up.
Okay, just something to fuck with the kids.
If there's an Old Man Jimo, then I will apologize to him at that time.
Sorry, Jimo.
Remember how we had like a weird quit message for our Rune Master in the past that didn't make any fucking sense?
Sure.
I think it was at the White Deer Inn. The Rune Master there said something weird when you quit, but you have to pause the game.
Right, yes.
Something weird. This innkeeper has something pretty interesting. If you press quit before and you don't choose to sleep there, she says, "Go away. I don't have time to spend with a Josh."
With a Josh?
Yes.
Oh, sick burn on Josh.
Sorry, Josh.
Imagine your name's Josh and you're playing that shit. Like, she doesn't call you by your your Rio character player name. She just says your real actual name out loud.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
There's a lot of stuff in here, but the only thing of note is a shelf filled with tchotchkes. What's that?
That's that, Chris.
What, that?
No, that is a shelf filled with tchotchkes over there.
Gundams?
Yes. To me, I know what a Gundam is because I know you.
Yeah.
But if an NPC comes in your house, that is a shelf filled with tchotchkes.
Okay.
That is exactly what I have them at my home too. They're full of Transformers from the 80s.
Cool. Well, thanks. Next, item shop?
I don't think yes, item shop. The clerk says, "Sir, you look very prosperous. Let me know if you need any help."
Oh,
that means I think you got money. Spend some, son.
Yeah. I was like, no, dude. I was like, shit. I just had to like play dice to get on a boat.
Well, I think she's sensing that my pockets are full of medicines and recipes and brass armors and other crap.
Let me see that potch. I found, I bought, purchased recipe number 11 from Rare Finds, which will only appear there sometimes. There's a dude in here who wonders how much longer his brother is going to bum around here. This brother in question says that he's living here rent-free. I'm so ashamed. I really have to thank my big brother.
Living in his item shop rent-free.
Rent-free is now a term that like triggers me because people are like, oh, you live rent-free in your head. Yeah. I'm tired of reading and hearing people say
it's
that.
It's like fake machismo bullshit.
So now I can't hear the term rent-free even when it's being used literally without getting tense. I think I should talk to somebody about this, actually.
You should bring that up with a professional.
Yeah. Anyway, the little kid in here, though, says the old man staying here has a lot of good stories. So
I think in life, I'm done hearing old man stories. I'll still do it for this podcast, but when an older man starts talking to me and I can't do the small talk thing with them anymore, I just like, oh, fuck, man, give me, like, I just want to pull the eject button, Chris. Perhaps I should talk to a professional about that.
What if he was telling you a story about, like, killing people?
I've heard plenty of World War II old men stories from my grandpa's buddies.
Okay.
Like, I'm done with old men stories that involve, like, punching out the eyes of Japanese people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. Actually, when you put it that way, it's kind of fucked.
Jesus.
Hey, you know what the Hellions said back in the day?
What did Hellions say?
You don't need old men.
You really don't.
That was like her death quote or something in the first game.
Like if we're sitting this podcast at 60, you don't need us.
No, turn it off.
Chris will be there first. I'll solo it for a year and a half after that, and then we're done.
Yeah, sorry. The Quest 64 podcast will never get done.
It might. That's when I'll do it.
There's a bonsai in this room, by the way, but it's called a smart-looking plant, which I think is true of a bonsai. They look smart.
It's a noble creature, of course.
Also on the table, there's a delicious-looking fish fry, which is very Catholic. Except for Catholic fish fries are not that delicious. They're just fish fries.
Yeah, it's just fried fish. It's delicious because you're drunk.
All right, I'm done in this house, Eric.
Yeah, I left.
Oh, there's some little kid that says his dad drinks all day, but he still loves them.
Yeah. I mean, children love their fathers, even despite their flaws.
There's a guy in a green tunic that says, this family is so rich, I just know they're up to no good, which is pretty funny.
Yes, correct. Ding.
Oh, there's a fish market, too. Actually, in the lower southwest portion of the town. And you can't actually buy anything here, but it's just like one of those buildings that exists to show you what this town is all about. And there are like lots of tubs of newly caught fish for sale. And the shopkeeper you can speak with says they've got some good stuff.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
There's a wall scroll in here, a very curious wall scroll that says some very interesting information. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1 is good, 2 is better.
In most scenarios, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it says.
I can't think of anything I only want one of, even if it's like ice cream sandwiches, Sprites, baseball hits, shoes.
Yeah, I can't think of any scenario.
You said fish tub. That just triggered a memory in me where I caught a bunch of fish with my dad in Florida on a boat when I was very young, and we caught so many fish, we had to empty the cooler and just filled the cooler with fish.
Oh.
And we got back and opened it up, and it was just a bunch of like semi-alive fish in a cooler.
That's slimy.
Stacked up, yeah.
Ew.
And my grandmother gutted all of them and fed the guts to pelicans.
Fish guts.
Yeah.
Squid gut pasta.
We could have made it right then.
You want a world map for a second?
Yeah.
Fight some battles?
What'd you fight out here?
Target Lady.
Yeah, purple skin, blue tail, auburn hair.
She was not called that in the first game, but that is a sprite from the first game. Maybe a little enhanced a little bit.
She flips her hair as her idle animation, which I'm not sure she had in the first game.
Yeah, I don't think there were any enemy
She waves her hand and a bullseye appears on screen, and then my dude is ignited and explodes. Does she call it an airstrike, Chris?
Yes, but also she causes the dark bunnies that she's with to attack that person that's been targeted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so thus the target lady.
The Beastmaster.
She's not shop at Target. She encourages beasts to attack you.
Do you think the Dark Bunny is the most fucked bunny yet?
Yeah, it's called Dark Bunny, which is fucked. I think does this one throw its axe or both? Okay. Yeah, it is the most fucked enemy, but the most fucked battle situation is when you fight enemy squirrels, because it's like fighting Muka Muka's family.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to South Window.
Kick in that door where music plays. What do you got for this?
Nahara Yankun.
Yep, I've got Nahala Yamkun.
Okay.
So close enough.
Yeah.
We walk in and the whole party's out. We see a familiar face, the only face we can expect to see in times of pain and peril.
Yes.
It's the Viktor dialogue box.
Indeed.
Oh, hey, you're finally here. Over here, Rio. Ellie confirms that Viktor is, quote, a loud guy, asking who that guy over there is speaking out in the loud voice, and ask if he's a friend of ours when we get a choice. Well, sort of. That's Viktor, or that's Bear.
What'd you pick?
Of course I picked That's Bear, Chris.
Same here.
Viktor runs up at the speed of light. I heard that, Rio. Who are you calling a bear? Ha 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 ha. Oh, well, I'm glad you made it. He goes on to explain that the others scattered all over the place and he's having trouble locating them. This is weird. Victor walks over to Ellie and gets in her face, looking her over. Then he walks over to Rina and moves even closer to her, and I'm starting to have bad police knots, titty fondling flashbacks.
Yeah, I said Victor gets either excited or horny or both.
Yeah. Victor then gets in Rio's face and it makes a cartoon bonk noise.
It does?
Yeah.
I missed that.
I captured it. You just heard it.
Oh, great.
Play it again.
Then he says some embarrassing shit.
Yeah, what's happening?
How did you ever meet such beautiful ladies? You're pretty good with women, I see. He's saying to Rio.
A villain will say this about an hour from now, Chris.
That's true. Ellie gets embarrassed and or steamed.
Yeah.
Rina, however, appears to like this attention because Rina is the sexy lady that does sex tricks to get past checkpoints.
She says the word who 3 times.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
That's like 5 times, Chris.
You got to say it more than 3 times.
No, you don't. You quote her.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
No, you did it. You quoted her right there.
I've seen Frieza laugh too much in Japanese, so.
Dork.
Yeah, sorry. Nanami hops and wonders if Victor is talking about her. And this whole time, like, Rina's getting the music note over her head, like she's enjoying this shit, or whistling or something. Victor stares at Nanami after she says that.
Yeah.
Nanami's sweat drops.
He says nothing.
Then Victor just spits dots, like, fucking, I don't got nothing for this.
Nanami then backs up a few steps.
When Victor's got nothing for it, I've got nothing for it either, Eric.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Victor then changes the subject to something even worse.
Yeah, where's Jowy? Which our circus friends never asked where Jowy was.
They don't give a shit. They didn't. Yeah, they met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hadn't met Nanami yet.
Pelican replies with inaudible dots, and perhaps it was really a sigh. Then we get a choice. Well, actually, or also dots.
Yep.
I will actually him. Fades to black, and I assume we told him all of this shit.
I gave him dots.
Okay.
See what happened. And he says, if it's too hard to talk about, that's fine.
Oh.
So we don't actually give him the information. He's like, come on, let's go.
Don't say we here, because I did. He said, I see. I heard that Annabelle was assassinated, but I couldn't really believe that. Well, there must be some explanation. Anyway, come over here. Flick is in the tavern, too. We'll have a reunion. So he's like, oh, okay. Shall we kill Annabelle? Type. Well, I mean, she was murdered like right after they had wine together from his special wine bottle.
Yeah, that's a good point. How is Victor shrugging this off so easily?
I think Victor maybe does the Vince McMahon thing where he perhaps emotionally bundles all that up in a mental box and decides to unpack it later or never.
Yeah.
Like he can't react in the moment because he's too much of a bear man.
That's true. And he's also has practice at this.
Yeah.
Like he's been through an entire war. He's been through whatever he's been through with Necklord.
Right.
Like there's been a lot of shit going on.
Fucking Necklord.
God damn it, Necklord.
Victor leaves and we party up. Do you think Victor regrets rescuing Jowy and Rio twice? Like this never would have happened if he left us to die.
I don't know if Victor has thoughts of that nature. At least not yet. Like I don't know if Victor's the one to really ruminate on the past and the choices that he's made. I think he's always a eyes forward kind of guy.
Next question. Do you think he trusts Rio less now because of what happened with Jowy?
Oh, interesting.
Because of the association? Like, your buddy just fucked this up big time. Are you capable of equally fucking this up? Because you guys were like this.
I think the only thing that's keeping Victor from doing that is Rio's special boy eyes.
So doesn't the fact that they got sacred runes of destiny in the cave, that they made a tree promise that they grew up with each other. So because he has special S-pod eyes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
South Window is just another heavily stone-based town. It looks like we have to go through this big building in the center to explore it beyond the opening area. Just kidding, it's an open-air pass-through.
Yeah, it's like an archway type thing, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What'd you do next?
Well, I talked to a suspicious-looking character in a cape.
Uh-oh.
It's Clive.
He's here.
Yeah, he asked if we have business with him. I asked him to join the group because I guess I'm still recruiting.
Yeah.
He says no, he's chasing a criminal. Quote, you know her, I think. Question, is Clive a marshal? It's like a U.S. Marshal type guy. Is he here to extradite a fugitive?
I don't think he works for a government. I think he works for some kind of a cult item society, and he's trying to recover those artifacts.
Okay. Anyway, he says that he knows that she fled to Lake West, but he has no way to get there. He's also got no time to mess with us guys. Now, Eric, according to the Leviathan's Clive FAQ on GameFAQs.com, this next event, the very next event that we have with Clive is not time sensitive, so we will get to experience the next Clive event in real time. But once that next event occurs, you have 2 to 4 minutes to do something to see the next scene. So when you get to Lake West, look at the fact.
Is it important that we do this to recruit all the stars of destiny in this game?
The actual Clive quest, the full thing? No. I do think you need to have encountered him, though.
Okay.
But I could be wrong about that. But there's some speed running type shit that can happen later if you want to get the next scene.
Okay.
Or you could use the internet to look at it.
I hate the internet. I'm not using that for shit. Another lady here is on her way to, quote, flower arrangement lessons.
Yeah. Is that the same as bonsai cutting?
No, I think flower arrangement is more about presentation and grouping aesthetically beautiful colors together
Yeah.
to match some kind of mood or theme depending on the person you're giving the flowers to.
Okay.
There's an art to that. Bonsai tree, it to me just seems like maintenance.
Yeah, that's true. Interesting. There's an old man there at the front, the very front of this place, and he welcomes us and says and reminds us that the mayor here is Lord Grandmeyer.
The FDR looking guy.
Yes, and I think it's funny that the mayor is called Lord. Like that feels like
Yeah, the whole mayor situation. Like some towns have kings and queens, some have mayors, some have like ruler, like emperor.
it feels like maybe it's the wrong word.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like mayor was some kind of invention, some kind of compromise that was localized into that.
Mm-hmm. There is a person whose hair looks like a raccoon hat. Oh, never mind. That was the flower arrangement person.
There's a guy by a tree who tells us about a rumor of the monster in North Window who attacked a whole bunch of people. You know what my thought here was?
What's that?
Like I didn't think they were doing Miss Monster. I thought he was just talking about Luca.
Oh, okay.
Because he's so monstrous and beast-like.
Interesting.
Some guy in here works for Lord Shu in Radat. Shu is a famous trader, Chris.
Yes.
So we're getting Shu references everywhere.
Yeah, we're a little micro-forcing going on here.
There's a little girl in purple with blue hair who says the boys are going to go in a cave west of here to test their bravery. Just like when I jumped in the hole at the construction site, Chris.
Oh, you did?
That's how I tested my bravery when I was young.
Cool. Yeah, we hear from somebody else here that there is a such thing called the Cave of the Wind to the west, but we don't have any context for what that is yet.
I'm pretty sure it's a cave of wind in the west.
It's true. Good point. Did you talk to the guy who says he'll tell me something good if I give him 50 potch?
I don't think so.
Okay, he's near the trading post. I speak with him, or I give him the potch, and he tells me, right now you should be going after sugar.
Is he like an invest in sugar guy? Is this like invest in gold type shit?
Yeah, I feel like he's like the guy at the racetrack selling hot tips.
Well, to me, invest in sugar means buy this because you're going to need it later.
Yeah.
Is a mechanically sensitive type piece of advice.
We haven't gone to the trading post yet, but that is kind of how the economy works in this game. The prices will rise and fall based on certain events. Or randomness, I don't know. There's another girl here that says who's never heard of Highland. When she asks where we're from, I'm like, okay, interesting.
Honestly, man, I live in Kentucky, and if I ask for someone who's from, and they're not from, like, let's say one of 5 cities here, I wouldn't know.
That's true. Also, why are we telling people we're from Highland? It seems like maybe it's
I think we have accents, and they're detecting it, like, where the fuck are you from type thing. Perspective on who has heard what around the world, we're not that far away from where we are yet, so I don't know.
That's true.
One guy in the center of town says that Adlai is a big headache, A-D-L-A-I.
Yeah.
And there are always strange noises coming out of his house all day and all night. What kind of noises do you think those are, Chris?
They've got to be magic noises or steampunk noises, one or the other.
I was thinking sex.
Oh, you're okay. I wasn't thinking dirty.
Okay, well that's usually what I default to.
Yeah.
So that's what I assume with the magic noises. These people are fighting with each other.
Sorry.
Every day and also every night.
There's a little girl on the eastern side of town that says Lord Grandmeyer once patted her on the head and told her she was a good girl. There's another little girl here that says that Grandpa said that she can see his bonsai in the bonsai contest, so she's not supposed to touch it. But, Eric, if you go touch the bonsai over to the right-hand side of this little girl, you get something.
Yeah, what do you get?
It's called a friendship crystal. It's like a rune or something. I don't know what it does, though. Did you talk to the tough man wearing Akuma beads?
The guy in the big purple and white outfit, complete with a necklace of golden Akuma beads. From the cover of Street Fighter Alpha 2.
I know your notes were sitting right there for all week or whatever, but I did not read them.
Good. I mean, Chris and I are at least 30% of the same person with these references, so it's not really too surprising.
In fact, it's probably on the stream archive that I said that, so when I was doing it. So, I have
fucking
proof.
Akuma beads.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is.
This is Gentetsu?
Yeah, he screams at me.
It's a portrait character.
Yeah.
So I am Gentetsu, a great priest.
Yeah.
My guy's eyebrows are out of control. Heihachi Mishima looking motherfucker.
Heihachi Mishima.
Yeah.
Also has a circle on his head or a weird skull. What is that?
I thought it was weird eyebrows, maybe. I don't know. It's strange. But obviously, this guy's going to be something at some point, but he doesn't trigger anything for us at this point.
Not.
Yeah.
All right, next on to the item store.
There's a guy here in a blue tunic that tells me I should buy candles at the trading post and sell them in Cobalt Village. Confirmed, Kobolds love candles.
Or it's just, buy low, sell high type thing.
Yeah. And by the way, later on, I went to the trading post and did buy some candles. But the item description for candle, when you're highlighting it on the trading post menu, says seal fat candle.
I mean, that's fine. I can't hear the words buy and candle in the same sentence without thinking of the goddamn drill tweet.
Oh,
Help me do my budget.
Oh, I just bought a bunch of candles, Eric.
Yeah, spend less on candles, Chris.
Yeah, well, it's more of an inventory problem for me now because I have 5 candles, it takes up 5 fucking slots.
Yeah, spend less on candles. What are you doing? It's of no functional value, I don't think.
Okay, where to now?
Item store.
Yeah.
NPC offers me some throat drops.
I love throat drops. Could use some right now.
The guy in the personal room here tells me this store has been here since the country was called the Dunan Monarchy. He then laughs at me.
Yeah, I referenced this in the last podcast, but I think that's interesting context to let us know that these city-states that are kind of loosely governed together and Highland itself they all used to be under a central government.
A lady in the back is knitting with a custom knitting animation.
Yeah.
She says the red thing she is making is, quote, for him, and I guess the guy in the room talking about monarchies.
Sure.
That's all I got there. Where'd you go?
On my way to my next stop, I noted some stuff in town.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about some stuff.
Crate filled with vegetables, hand cart for moving trade goods, lush plant, dirty vase.
Ew.
3 magnificent bonsai lining the city wall, and a bonsai with handsome branches. So the bonsai hobby is like, it's popping right now.
What's more annoying to clean, a dirty vase or a dirty coffee pot?
Probably a dirty coffee pot, but
this shit's branded to the glass.
Yeah, but I'm under I'm kind of the thought that you don't need to clean your coffee pot.
So Mr. Coffee does me with the shiv sometimes, where like the grounds fall out of the fucking like the water spills over and it makes a mess, and you've got to clean it.
Yeah,
I mean coffee pots aren't like the grill or deep. What's the cast iron pan you don't clean because all the rich flavors are baked into that shit.
Yeah,
it's not like that, Chris. You can't live like that.
I mean, I still rinse it and stuff, but I'm not.
Good rinse. But sometimes you gotta get the sponge in there. I just don't like using the sponge I use for food in the vase with the plant food. You should have a plant sponge and a human sponge. Well, anyway.
Good thing we wrote down all these items so we could have that conversation about coffee pots. You want to go to the trading post?
Fuck yeah.
First, outside, there's some items out here. A crate filled with native costumes. What? Crate filled with fur and a barrel filled with mayonnaise.
Oh, no. What would you rather deal with? Native costumes, fur, or mayonnaise?
God. I feel like mayonnaise is something that no one should like, yet I like it and I want it on my sandwich.
I can't have mayonnaise pure. I need mayonnaise mixed with sriracha or hot sauce or something. I need mayonnaise as like a fattening, thickening agent. Mayonnaise by itself, like I'll eat it if it comes in on a burger. Like I'm not going to wipe that shit off like I did when I was age 6 to 28. But it's not a desired substance.
Every time I go to write down item descriptions in this game, I'm always like, yeah, this is finally going to be the one where I'm like, this is no longer.
You're not doing this shit anymore?
This is no longer. I don't mind writing it down, but I'm going to stop at the point when it stops becoming interesting.
Dude,
and as soon as I got the barrel filled with mayonnaise, I'm like, we've got to talk about mayonnaise in the podcast.
And that's room temperature. Like mayonnaise is not something that can exist by itself without refrigeration agents. FakeNet, how long can you leave mayonnaise out before you're fucked?
Initializing FakeNet.
A maximum of 2 hours.
That's what I thought, not that long.
Inside, it's popping.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in here, including some items too, like stacked firewood. What do they do with all this? Also, a box used as chair.
Okay. Boxes can be chairs.
They can be.
What do you read into the symbol for the trading post being the scales of justice?
That they dispense fair exchange rates between pots and bits.
Okay.
There's a man sitting at a table here who says, if you want to start trading, forget about it. He's like, don't get in this business. He's like the guy on Wall Street who doesn't want people to use the apps. They don't want you to buy GameStop stock.
Well, yeah, isn't all that Robinhood shit kind of rigged anyway?
Yeah. There's another guy in here who says a novice trader can get burned. There's also a bodyguard in here because of all the expensive stuff, he says. I checked the items here. Mostly it's like, candles, sugar, that kind of stuff. But also you can buy antiques here, like peeing boy. You want a piss boy?
I don't want to, no. I mean, I have full inventory. I want none of this shit. I have medicine and that's all I need.
Also, you can go upstairs and read the bookshelf. You know what's on the bookshelf?
Books?
Some hot tips.
Oh, for like the video game that we're playing.
Area specialties. Forest Village, fur. Kobold Village, wood-carved amulet. Rokaku, flute. So remember that. I don't know if that means that I should buy those things there or if I should sell those things there. What do you think? In Rokaku, do you think they make or buy flutes?
The town name sounds very musical.
We've heard it before.
Yeah.
We've heard it before. Do you want me to tell you where we heard it?
Yes.
It's the Ninja Village.
Okay.
Kasumi and them are from. Yeah.
Right.
Also, there's a Kobold Village here, but I think it's a different Kobold Village than the one that we've been to. So I guess kobolds don't name their villages.
It would be very funny if every Kobold Village was just Kobold Village.
I think that's actually true, but we'll see.
Star Door House next to Armorer. There's a guy in here and he says it's almost time for supper, Chris, which is my favorite time of day, just before dinner.
Love supper.
I found an obscure door to the basement. Did you find this? It's like off screen.
Oh, the secret basement?
Yeah.
Is this? Oh, this is the armorer. Yeah, the secret basement. Yeah, I did. There's a man smoking a pipe down there.
Yes, his legs are crossed on a bench. He's wearing a robe and he's puffing on a pipe.
His
I'm
smoke,
like, hell yeah, dude.
His smoke has more animation than Mega Man's hair.
Yes. He asks me who I am, tells me my name is funny, then says he makes armor. This is a sweet bachelor pad.
Yeah, it's cool. He just he has other people sell his shit upstairs.
Yeah.
I did update my gear a little bit here in the armorer, and bought some karate uniforms and a belt of strength. Also took a look at a pot filled half with water.
Okay.
Halfway with water, just in case.
When I fill a pot with water, it's because I'm going to boil it to put in pasta or other things that I require to change the physical properties of.
That's true. Anything else? I got one more house.
Yeah, I'm out before we go to the inn.
Okay, there's a household near the center of town. Inside, there's a shelf filled with strange smelling drugs. A pot filled with watery liquid. A wooden box filled with food. A shelf with strangely shaped plants. Inside here, there's a scientist guy that we've heard of before. His name is Adlai.
Okay.
He has sharp eyebrows, spectacles, and a chin beard plus pointy mustache. The pointy mustache are like just two lines. Like one, like
very thin John Waters type thing?
Yes. He just yells at me, "What do you want?" But there's no question mark, so I don't know if he's asking me or yelling at me just for randomly. That's it. You can go in the basement, though. His basement. There's a cat sleeping on the table down there. He likes cats.
I do too.
Also, do you like this? A pot filled with strange, sticky liquid.
Sticky, I'm out.
Also, a book, Fun with Science. And a shelf with strange items.
How strange.
So the answer to your question earlier, the reason I said science stuff is because this was in my head. He is a science guy. He's the common doll of this game, I think.
Okay, so he's going to level up the steam engine to a complete combustion engine?
Unless there's just a random portrait character here with science stuff, then that's the only route that can go.
Also, at the rune store, all I've got for that is a guy as a dog.
Yeah, a sad dog. Well, I did note that they're selling lightning and wind runes here, so if you want to get your magic on.
No, I don't need any of that.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you attach some of those runes to your characters, then you'll have more inventory space.
Well, if I sell them, I have more money, so.
It's true. But what are you going to spend the money on if you don't have inventory
Medicine.
space?
Medicine is cheaper than hotel stays. Don't sleep, just rub this on you.
Well, Eric, we got to go to the inn next to meet our friends, I guess. You want to meet some other friends in the real net real quick?
Some digital friends that live in our pocket and computer.
Yes.
Initializing real net.
Rasm says, should we ask the real net? Did trivia night teach you nothing? That's true. The real net did not come for me.
Yeah, that was a bit, I mean, the structure of that was a bit fucked because they didn't have a physical, well, they did have my document. I don't know. Listen to our Patreon episode where I asked Chris 100 trivia questions available at patreon.com/retroam.
Yeah, there's probably at least 2 of those now by the time you're hearing this, but we haven't recorded it in real time. SSD Ninja says raffling is illegal in a lot of areas, but if you have a way to enter free, that avoids it. Oh, okay. So that's why you can't raffle stuff on Patreon.
What if you're a religious organization on Patreon? Can you, like, the way they skirt tax laws, can you do that with Patreon laws as well?
Good question. I don't know. John Doe says, when you said the worst character from Suikoden 1 was about to show up, I legit expected fucking Kryn.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kryn at least had a use.
Yeah. Mr. Slike's brother, Mr. Slike, says, Taiho just wants to continue living in a quiet town looking like the lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots.
Scott Weiland?
I'm looking at a picture of Taiho right now, and he does kind of look like Scott Weiland.
What era?
Tiny music from the Vatican gift shop era.
All right.
Answer to the best fishing minigame, oldest best fishing minigame. Eric says Sonic Adventure. Does Sonic Adventure have a fishing minigame?
It was Big the Cat's entire scenario, Chris.
What do I look like, a Sega kid?
Yes.
Oh.
How many Sonic shirts do you own?
1.
Yeah, how about that? Sega kid. Thank you. I don't think I said that's best. I just think that was the one I cited first. Maybe I did say that. I don't know. I don't think that's...
No, somebody in the real... Wayne said that. Yeah, that's Mr. Bicep. Mm-hmm. They found
Mr. Mr. Bicep's picture?
Yep.
Legitimately a very kind human being.
Yeah, he was really nice. I thought it was amazing how he just remembers you guys' names.
Yeah,
like,
he remembered my name. I'm not even I wasn't even his point of contact. I remember at CES, I was waiting for a donut at some point. Then I hear Steve's voice. Then I look over. Mr. Bicep is picking up a coffee table and just benching it over his head over and over with all of Steve's shit on it. And it's just, oh my God.
Oh,
I wonder if he's still out there doing it. He's got to be in his 60s now.
John Doe says we really need to retroactively add the Luca Blight inhuman count.
Yeah,
which is true. Like sometimes these things can't happen because we.
But that was like a false inhuman count thing when I said the monster in the north. Like it's an actual monster.
Yeah,
sort of. And it's not like a Luca.
That is true. Seated Power LLC says Eric owns real estate in the gutter.
I mean, yeah, you can't own something if it's rent free, Chris.
It's true.
Belongs to everybody.
Okay, good RealNet tonight. Thank you, RealNet, for joining us tonight. We'll see you soon. This episode is a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on August 2nd, 2022. You can find us on Twitter at RetroAmnesiaPod. You can email us at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. And you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/retroan. Get early access, bonus episodes, miniseries, access to RealNet, all the good stuff. Thank you, Mark
Shepard,
for the introductory music.
Wait, you say Mark says thank you?
Until next time.
We will mail Wayne this copy of Soul Hackers.
Yes, we will. And now you may go back to Wayne. I don't want your fucking video game.
It would be hilarious if you won. I just left it here. Enjoy this Sega Saturn game, Chris.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay. I can't see the RealNet right now because I've got this SNEF thing up. Let me make sure that the post went out on Patreon correctly, because I've got a Patreon notification now set to go on when these things go live. Retrograde Amnesia just shared live stream podcast recording session, season 4, episode 34, season Suikoden. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Let me get the internet.
Everybody says fuck yeah, Wayne. Wayne says all caps. I never win things.
Well, now you've won a copy of a video game you probably cannot play on a standard console.
Everybody seems really happy for Wayne right now. So
that's good. That means it's a good community.
This
Chris.
is a good moment.
Not sounds that I recorded.
I was just thinking about how I had to explain Howard the Duck to my kids once. It was weird.
Just make them watch Howard the Duck. We saw that shit when we were like 6. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, yeah, I do want to hear some hot sounds
good.
that Mark Shepard recorded. Thanks. Thanks. By the way, we didn't mention. We'll save the bit about wearing the same shirt for the next episode.
Okay.
Don't let me forget.
Yeah.
Taiho then calls Rio over. He looks deep into his eyes and sees the. He looks deep into his eyes and sees the.
You got this.
I do. Sorry, I need to increase my font size here. I'm struggling. There we go.
I just bring the paper closer to my eyes.
Yeah, I can bring the monitor closer to my eyes. But anyway, when the dice roll out of the ball, no
cup.
I'm sorry. I'll give it to you.
Okay,
I'm going to say it later.
Is it a dog? What the hell was that?
I don't know. Somebody dropped something upstairs. She'll take some fucking dangerous jumps. Damn. Next time. Is that a good Sheena damn?
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's too masculine for me.
Okay. You like Kuskus out of a box, or you do your own shit?
You can get it. It comes in either the plastic jar or the cardboard box. What do you mean?
That's what I mean. I'm sorry. The cardboard box one usually has like a pre-spiced stuff and
yeah, and I see what you mean. No, yeah. I can go either. The pre-spiced stuff, there's a Parmesan flavor I can eat the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But generally, I like making mine with cut up bell peppers, feta cheese, and some lemon juice.
Cooking tips with Eric.
Yeah.
Play the cook. We haven't met the cook in this game yet. Oh well. I met him. I went with you guys once or twice, and I met him that one time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He helped me sneak into the Sony press conference. He's like, just act like you're supposed to be here. And I was like, you know what? That's good advice, Mr. Bicep.
The shit of it is, he's obviously Mr. Bicep, completely ripped, and he has just a squirrely, high-pitched voice. It's wonderful. Yeah,
it's great. I love you, Mr. Bicep, if you're out there.
Me too. It's been a long time.
Who's your favorite bonsai hobbyist from all of media?
The only thing I know about bonsai plants is the first year Tiffany and I were together, my brother got her one for Christmas, and she killed it in about 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop is a bonsaiist.
I understood some of those words.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought of that. Don't know why. Potch and bit. Can't say pot. Bits and potch.
Pots and bitch is what you I don't know why, but the idea of a currency named bitch is very funny to me. Give me 13 bitch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, Eric, we've got to go to the end to continue the story here and speak with Flick and I guess other people to tell us where to go next. But where are we going to go? No, that's fucking terrible. Doing it over.
She wished me I'm savory. Taiho heard us. Well, I mean, it's your
Yamku tells us all that Taiho has. Let me see that potch.